Alright, this is going to be a review of the brand new Syma X5UW. Back at home, if you've watched my channel, you'll see that I actually did first review when I was on vacation, but after doing a little bit of research I found out that the altitude that we were at was actually quite a bit higher. Here at home it's only about 600 and some odd feet, where we were up in a mountainous range was over 1,400 feet. So I'm doing another review with a full test to see if the barometer is affected, if the flying capabilities is affected because of air pressure differences. After coming home I noticed that this seemed to fly a lot better and I was a lot more satisfied with the flying, so I'm not sure if that was, but let's go ahead and take it up and let's take a look at it. A couple things I want to show you on the transmitter. Obviously this is going to be your throttle. It's centered stick, as you can see, for the altitude hold, and then your pitch and roll on the right, so it's mode 2. If you push this button in, that will switch between the rates. You have two rates. You have a high and a low, 2 beeps for high and 1 beep for low, and if you do a long press, that'll put the craft in to headless mode. On this side here, if you push in and hold that, you can adjust the throttle trim. So if you notice that it's going a little higher, a little bit low, then you're going to have your auto takeoff and land button and your flips button. And then on this one, you're going to have your video and your photo button. So video, photo, and auto takeoff and land and flips. So let's go ahead and take it up. We'll push the auto takeoff button and it should come up on its own. It's going to hold altitude, and right now we're in low rates, so it's got some decent power in low rate as far as throttle. But if you saw my first video, you'll notice pitch, that's full pitch, forward and backwards, and roll, very minimal. I mean, this is super slow setting on this. Really probably more suited for indoor flying. Let's go ahead and bump it up to the second rate, and you can see that yaw changes. It's not the fastest yaw, but it does change, gets a little bit quicker. And our roll. This is a full test on roll here. So I noticed a big difference on roll and pitch back at home. So I'm not sure if the air pressures were different up where we were at, but I wanted to give this a fair shot. I initially did just a made-in-flight review, and I'm like, man, this Syma, it's got to be a nice quadcopter. I love the design of it, and I was really super disappointed with the way it flew. But now, after flying at home here, and we do have a little bit of a breeze that's fighting it, coming from my right. After flying it a few times, I feel like this quad's a little bit more peppier than I thought it was. I'm fighting a pretty good wind right now, and a lot sportier of a flyer. It's not the fastest. I'm not going to say that it's the fastest quadcopter by any means, but I'm a lot more satisfied with the way this thing flies at home. I mean, before I would be in high rate and giving it full pitch and it would barely move. But now it's not too bad. Not the greatest, don't get me wrong, but as a beginner flyer Wi-Fi, it's not bad, and it's super stable, super smooth. Altitude holds working pretty well. I'm giving it altitude and reducing the altitude as we go here. Let's see if we can do some little bit of tight funnels here. See if that works good. The yaw's a little slower, but it's about as much of a funnel that you're going to get. So again, not the fastest quad, but pretty decent. So I'm not completely satisfied, with its flying characteristics, but it's a lot better than my initial impressions with the maiden flight. Altitude holds works very well. Let's go ahead and show you flips. We'll do a backward flip. Oops, sorry, that was the auto land. Bring it a little closer here. Do a forward flip. Sideways flip. Other way. It's pretty tight flips. It holds the altitude pretty well. I lost a little bit after a few flips in a row there, but they're pretty nice. And the altitude hold works very well. So I have been recording this whole time, so hopefully it will record. I couldn't get it to record on the last initial flight. And let's go ahead and take it up here and let's see if we can get a picture going. I noticed the Syma app in the Android store. It's a little different from the one they ask you to download from their website. And it doesn't have the controls to control the quadcopter from your phone, but I couldn't get that to work anyways, which is the downer. Let's see if we can get a photo here. I've got a video. See if we can get a couple photos. It's saying it saved successfully. So I'm using the app from the Android App Store, Google Play, or whatever you want to call it. And this app hopefully is working because I couldn't get the other app to actually record any video.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, by 5, and we live. Impossible's back with 25 licks. To get to the center, it may take 26. So listen as I lick the mic with these words. 27 mathematics, 9 is a third. Not a gun, never needed with the mic sword. Averaging 28, but you never scored. On my D, could it be Marcus J's the shit? Got 29 girls swallowing what I spit. Better make it 30, heard your mama is a fan. Bitch be dirty like politics in Iran. So can you understand what I'm saying to you? Got 31 problems, the bitch makes 32. 33 and a third when I'm on the wax. Gonna cost you 34, 35 attacks. Got 36 neighbors like Mr. Rogers sang. Bet you thought I was gonna reference Wu-Tang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we live. 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4. We give you 5 minutes, then we're breaking down your door. In the morning like the cops when it's 6 a.m. In the next 7 seconds, I'ma hit you again. And maybe 8 was enough back in the old prime time. But when the Bulls start running, we're bringing the whole 9. It was 10 years in coming on that low-down track. Turn the volume to 11 and you better get back. Grab the 12-inch wax, now we're swinging the axe. Like Friday the 13th, so you never relax. If I give you a notice, it'll be 14 days. But now it's 2015 and kid, we're making a play. Going 16-0 in the regular season. This is NC-17 and I'll give you a reason. Cause it's grown man talk that needs to be seen like a...
And let's try to see if we can get it to record from just from the transmitter. So I don't know if you have to disconnect the app for that to work or not. Try to do video here. And a couple photos, see if that works from the transmitter, but I may have to be not using the phone app. But hopefully we got some shots there for you guys so you can see what that's like. But I'm a lot more satisfied in the way this flying than I was before. But by all means, it's better, but it's not super fast. But it's super stable. I think as a beginner quadcopter, something you want to learn with, do some FPV flying, or not FPV flying, do some video recording. It is designed for FPV, but the FPV sometimes can be, depending on the interference. See, now I'm flying it with the app, and I'm flying upside down right now because the app is flipped backwards, which I don't understand. Is actually pretty decent. The lag is not bad, but it locks it upside down, and that's going to be our LVC. So it locks the camera upside down. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong there, or if the camera module's upside down at the factory. I'm not sure what the reasoning there is. But I noticed when I use the Android app, it doesn't have as much lag with the FPV experience. If we use the other app on the box, the FPV lag is terrible. It works, and you can lock it so that you can view the FPV the right direction, but the lag is terrible with that app. So Syma could definitely use some improvements with their application. There is very limited instructions in the manual in regards to the app. There's no instructions in the manual about flying with the control feature of the app, so I'm not even sure if that's really existent. The box says it has it, it's advertised that it has it, but I couldn't get it to work. So keep that in mind so far. And I like the way it flies better than the initial maiden flight. Maybe the air pressures, I don't know if it's me. Leave a comment below if you have any ideas, but I did notice a difference in flying, so I wanted to give it a fair review in my home conditions, and it did better. The FPV is really not usable just for lining up what you're going to shoot, and that's pretty much it. And the altitude holds works very well. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And again, as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks again.